In 2019, Americans received an estimated 58 billion robocalls. That's an average of 178 calls per person, and that seems low to me. That data is according to the company RoboKiller, an app that answers your spam calls for you and then messes with the robot or the spammer on the other end.
They do.
Joining us for a look at the impact of spam calls and at new legislation that could curb the problem is Ethan Garr. He's Senior Vice President of Growth Strategy at RoboKiller. And Ethan, you may be our most welcome guest today.
Thanks for having us.
Everybody hates robocalls.
They sure do. They're invading our lives all the time. And they, frankly, some of them really hurt people.
They do.
How does your app work? Because I love the idea of messing with them on the other side. That's what we all want to do, is get them back.
Yeah, once you download RoboKiller from either App Store, the Google Play Store or Apple's App Store, you install it on your phone, and you'll instantly be protected from millions of unwanted calls.
What if someone calls me that I don't have in my contact list that I need to talk to?
Well, that's what's great about RoboKiller. Our algorithm is using audio fingerprinting and machine learning to understand.
It's robocalls.
Yeah, to understand which calls are wanted versus unwanted, and not just robocalls, but telemarketing calls, human spammers.
Oh, I'm talking. So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, I group them all together, and I do. I mean, there's times when I feel like messing with them myself. I don't want someone to do it for me. I do. I do. Sometimes I pick up the phone. It says, "Please hold." And they tell me to hold, and I know what's coming, and I'm holding. It's like it's unbelievable, but I do because I want to mess with it. Sometimes I tell them, "Just hold a second. I need to go get it." But are they allowed to lie? Why are they allowed to lie?
They're not. Most of these calls are illegal. They
lie. They lie through their teeth. This is your electric company. I want to apologize. I owe you $100. This is your credit card company, which it isn't. Mm-hmm. I've been monitoring your action. I've been monitoring your car doesn't have a warranty. It's all bull crap. It is.
There's a lot of lying. There's a lot of scammers out there. They're opportunistic. They look the economics.
IRS.
Yeah, the economics are so lopsided. I mean, you probably have gotten calls in Chinese. Why is that? It's because even though they know 1% of the population speaks Chinese, they know if they make 100 calls, one person will answer, and some percentage of them will fall victim.
Here's what I don't get. If this technology works, how come the phone companies haven't come up with this or bought you or found a way to create this? Because I imagine that they are the ones who are suffering the most from this. I know more people who have ripped out the hardline phones in their house because they're so sick of getting them.
But don't you get them on your phone?
Yeah, but I have to say, the phone companies probably have more consumer complaints about this than anything else on their entire history. If you can do this, how come they don't?
Well, it's certainly it is a complex problem to solve. Right now, the Pallone-Thune Trace Act which just got the Pallone-Thune Trace Act, which was just signed by the legislation. Yeah, is trying to help combat this, and it's trying to put the onus on carriers to do more. Carriers traditionally haven't done a lot in this space. I think some of that is because, carriers do get paid to connect calls.
There you go.
I don't believe that. I can't imagine that the phone company doesn't think that they would love to get rid of these spammers.
No, it's not. They get paid for every call.
How many competitors do you have right now?
We just said.
There are many competitors.
There are many competitors out there. So the question:
how do they get paid?
Why doesn't everybody have one of these apps?
Well, I think people still haven't figured out that some of these apps exist, that things like RoboKiller can actually help you and protect you. Our app, once you put it on your phone, is going to stop these calls from ringing. And then our answer bots go to work. They start talking back to the scammers and wasting their time.
And what's the economics of it for you?
Well, we're a subscription model. Right. People can try our app. We have a free trial, and you can try our app, make sure it works for you.
What's the monthly fee?
It's $3.99 a month.
Can I listen to your app messing back with the robot? I'd like to listen in on that call.
You
can, yeah.
Are you allowed to curse?
I can?
Absolutely, yeah. We have essentially a spam box where these calls get placed. You can then listen back to the calls, talk, and hear our answer bots talking back to the spammers and wasting their time. And you can actually either create your own.
Now, do you do that part just for fun?
No,
people like it.
Yeah,
that may be worth the price of admission.
It's definitely fun and it's definitely entertaining when we stop these calls. And you can use impersonators or a Trump or Hillary impersonator. You can create your own answer bot.
But why aren't you just hanging up?
When we talk to the spammers, we waste their time. If our answer bot is wasting a spammer's time, that's time not only can they not hurt our customer, but they can't hurt anybody else. They can't call someone's grandmother and scam her out of her life savings. They can't reach into your wallet and steal your money or steal your identity.
So that's basically the purpose of keeping them on the line for you is that?
Absolutely. We want to waste spammers' time to reach into their wallets and hit them where it hurts.
Don't you want to feel good about doing it? Don't you want to feel good about getting them back.
No, I'm just trying to understand the economics of what
you're saying just in a clean way, just do it where you're not actually wasting their time. Just accomplish hanging up on them. Why not give it back to them? Why not? Why not get some feel good about that, Sorkin? God, let yourself go.
Well, because I'm a capitalist. I'm trying to understand the market. I'm trying to understand the economic market.
When did you become a capitalist?
Waste their time, and then it makes it less profitable for them.
Right. For consumers, it's great. Talking back to them and getting revenge. It feels good, but people do need to be careful. These people, their whole point is to reach into your pocket and steal your money. So if you talk to them, remember that the person on the other side, their job is to try to figure out a way to separate you from their money.
By the way, how should we feel about them, the people on the other end?
I think I don't think we should have a lot of pity for them. I know people say, well, these are people, they're just trying to make a living.
They're not in this country half the time.
A lot of the times they're not. But if you're trying to reach into someone's pocket and steal their money, I mean, sometimes they really go after...
Stealing money is a different thing than markets, like marketers who are doing this, the telemarketers who are also annoying.
You might get a movie...
But if they're calling you illegally, they shouldn't be doing it.
You might get a movie made about you with Leonardo DiCaprio playing who you are. So maybe there's a reason to do it.